Hey guys, welcome to Herding Little Cows to the Glory of God. This is Virginia from This Blessed Life, who also happens to be my sister and my adorable nephew.
He's pretty cute.
So we were told to do a video, and we're trying to do a video.
So
We'll see how this
video.
goes.
Hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, subscribe, like, comment down below.
Goodbye.
See y'all next time.
Okay, so people wanted to ask us questions.
Yes. Okay, you want to start with the first one?
Okay, so a friend asked, at what ages did you both gain your own testimonies of Jesus Christ?
I feel like with who asked this question, you're supposed to answer in Spanish. I'm supposed to answer in sign language.
You're old.
Okay, at what ages? So, gaining our own testimony of Jesus Christ, another way to put that would be, when did we, the faith that our parents taught us, truly we had a change of heart and we became believers instead of just trusting in what our parents said. Is that how you would rephrase it also? So I don't know an exact age of when I became a Christian. I was baptized at about age 7, I think.
So.
I think I was 7 when I got baptized.
I wouldn't remember very well.
So for me, this isn't the answer that everybody necessarily wants to hear. Can I have that book down there for Justice? Thank you. So if you talk to my parents, they wouldn't say that they saw another time in my life that I showed a drastic change, apart from that time when I was 5, 6, whatever, before I got baptized when I did. But I've gone back and forth, and one thing that I've struggled with in my Christian life is assurance of salvation. And 1 John is very helpful for those struggling with assurance as a test of faith, to test yourself to see whether you truly are in the faith. So I grew up in a Christian home. We both did, obviously, where I was taught the gospel. And I think I believed that as how do I word that? At least at that age, I intellectually accepted it and believed it, that Jesus died on the cross for my sins and all of those things. But I have struggled with, was that when God truly changed my heart? Because there's a difference between knowing the right answers to questions and truly having a heart that loves and desires God and is grieved when we sin. So that's something that I've struggled with, of when was that exact timing. But I can see now in my life the desire to please God, that hungering and thirsting for righteousness, even though I still fail, but being grieved that I do fail and continue to sin. So for me, it's not a clear answer as much for some people. It is the general time that I would have said I was born again. I was probably 5 or 6, but I've questioned that throughout the years, so I can't say definitively when it was, but I do know now that God has changed my heart and made me a new creation in Christ, and that I am justified before him, not because of my works, but because of what Christ did, and that he has called me his own and called me to follow and obey him. I should have thought through that answer more before I gave a whole story to you guys.
Hey, they just wanted to see us talk.
Sorry for the whole drawn out answer. Your turn. I feel like yours is a little more definitive than mine. I get a ramble. And, well, I know now, but I'm not sure exactly when that date was. I know that God changed my heart. I just don't know exactly when he did that, because also sanctification is a progression of, once you're justified, you're continually conformed more to the image of Christ by the Holy Spirit. And so when was that initial change of heart? And when was the understanding more and more of the gospel? Okay, I'll stop talking now.
It's my turn. Hola, Zoe. ¿Cómo estás? Buen. ¿Cuándo? Okay, now we'll go into English.
I was just going to sit here and not know what she was talking about.
I'm joking. We can talk in private. What were we on? Oh, yes. So, yes. I was probably 10 or 11, and I had learned, a lot of Bible verses and stuff, but then, I don't know, I guess I was just, laying in bed one night, and the Holy Spirit brought to mind certain verses, and, the truth will set you free. And so, like, then those things were convicting me. And I'm like, okay, I need to ask mommy and daddy forgiveness for this. And then it's like, wait a minute, I also need to ask God's forgiveness. And just all these Bible verses that came to mind. And I don't know. I guess it's just kind of how it happened. But I was probably 10 or 11 and got baptized, I think, when I was 11.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was just, I had known all those things. But it wasn't until the Holy Spirit actually brought his light into my heart that I actually knew what they were talking about.
One of the blessings, there is a blessing of being raised in a Christian home, but it also brings a bit of a struggle because you can't just intellectually know the truth of the gospel and that gets you into heaven or that justifies you in the sight of God. You need to have that heart change. And sometimes when you've been raised in a Christian home, it's harder to set an exact date because you remember, like in your case, the scriptures that God brought to mind.
Yeah.
And I can see now the evidences of salvation in my life. But like our dad, he had a very set, I was driving home from this place, I listened to this song on the radio, God changed me. And it's a lot more, because he had such a outward change when he was converted. It was a lot more memorable of what the day was. Whereas we were going through the motions and then God changed our heart to actually mean it instead of just going through the motions of this is what our parents say. But it's harder to see from the outside or remember when that day was because we didn't change what we were doing outwardly. What changed was our heart of wanting to please God instead of wanting to please man.
We were also a lot younger and didn't think about dates as much. Like, it happened on this day. Right. And also it wasn't like, oh, I listened to this sermon from this preacher on this day, you know. It was just things that happened throughout our lives that we remembered.
I feel like sometimes that's a struggle for people in Christian homes to be like, well, am I really saved? Because I don't remember when it happened. And I remember Cy, Ten Kate, was saying, when people would question your salvation because of that, you can ask them, when did you start loving your mother? You know you love your mother. You see in your life now the evidences of that.
You know you probably haven't always loved your mother.
Right. But you don't remember the day that started happening.
Yeah. So
sometimes, just as an encouragement to the people who are struggling with, I don't remember what day it was, search the scriptures, especially reading 1 John. See, has God truly changed my heart? Do I hunger and thirst for righteousness? Am I trusting in, when I was 5 years old, I said a sinner's prayer? Or are you actually trusting in God changed my heart? Because we can't just trust in, I said the right words in a prayer and I need to go pray again because what if I said the words wrong? Mm-hmm. Your salvation doesn't come from you saying the right words. Your salvation comes from God changing your heart. And that can be expressed in a prayer, but that's not what saves you. It's God doing the work.
Definitely, yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Next question. What we look forward to as we both get older, or just anything you'd like to share?
Just anything we want to say. In case you wanted to know what we had for breakfast.
We had muffins for breakfast. That's right.
I was kidding.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, you go first. What you like?
We look forward to as we get older. I want to get married and have kids and kind of like her, but not really. Just kind of. I don't want to be just like you.
What do you know?
I'll just be kind of like you.
I'd like to have more kids. That'd be great. God blesses us with more. I would love to have more. I really want to homestead. That is one big dream of mine, having a huge garden, preserving, having a dairy cow and chickens, and raising some of our own food. And yeah, that's one of my big dreams, is that. And homeschooling. Like, we're planning to homeschool, but Elisha, courage! What is that face for?
Mom got Elisha in the room and he started making this ridiculous face at us. Can I borrow him?
You can borrow him. I gotta go check for another child.
Okay.
This little one. Hey, Gideon, can you ask Waylon?
No, I can.
Oh, you're gonna get the baby? Okay.
I'll do baby section. I'm coming.
Thank you. He needs a daddy.
This one's really cute. In my opinion, cuter, but she has a slightly different opinion.
He's the cutest light-haired baby. This one's the cutest dark-haired baby.
Okay. We can settle for that.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Alright.
You want cows?
So yeah, I want to have a homestead. That is one big thing that I want to do.
That sounds good.
And in the near future, I'm looking forward to setting up a booth at a farmer's market.
Yeah.
Selling sourdough, hopefully some veggies, if my garden grows.
Yeah, I guess I have a lot of stuff I'm working on. Just, I don't know. They seem like smaller things, you know. I'd like to get better at, like, guitar and just some music things. I don't know.
She's really good at guitar.
We'll have to see how it goes. Learning more languages, or learning more of the languages I'm working on.
Oh yeah, how's French going? Or did you take a break from that?
We'll need to get back to that at some point.
You can just say you took a break from it.
Okay, I took a break. Yeah. That's about it. For now. I guess I don't talk as much as I thought I did.
No, we're only 11 minutes in. Any advice I would give to you as an older sister that's also now a wife and mother? Let's see. Advice.
Hang out with babies more often.
Yes, definitely learn about babies. Establish a good relationship with your mom. Like, I know you have one, but continuing to grow your relationship with our parents. Oh, thanks, Elisha. You little cameraman. Is that what you aspire to be? You aspire to be a videographer? Yeah. He hasn't quite warmed up to me yet. I don't think he realizes I'm his sister. Do you? I am your sister.
It's like you
No.
touched me.
No, not going over very well. So yeah, continuing to grow your relationship with our parents.
Okay.
And developing your own convictions in, like, what our parents taught us is good. But once you get married, your answer to everything can't just be, well, that's how my parents did it.
Yeah.
Without knowing
You should have a reason for what you're doing, not
Right.
just...
a reason for it. So taking those things that you agree with your parents on, our parents, and looking at either if it's a practical thing, why this is best for a baby's development, or if it's a spiritual thing, what Bible verses go to it, so that you can be established in yourself, so that when you start life with a husband, it will be your own, and not just, that's how mommy and daddy did it. It's great that mommy and daddy did it that way,
And that's fine to do it
they
the same
have
way they
good
did it.
reasons. But knowing what those reasons are, because sometimes it's easy to let things go because you're like, well, we're our own family now. And
it's kind
having
of
a good reason.
It's kind of like what we were talking about with, like, having your convictions about faith. Like, not just what your parents say, but knowing that for yourself.
What? Also, one thing that I didn't realize as much, mommy very well told me this before I got married and I wasn't listening, but thinking of how to occupy your time while your husband is at work. Did you tell me that before I got married? I was
might
just
want you
saying,
back.
maybe you told me this.
What did I
You
tell
just
you?
walked in the room. Figuring out how to spend your time when your husband's at work. That, like, once you get married, cleaning a house doesn't take 8 hours a day.
Right.
And you actually need to learn how to do
Okay.
something else with your life.
Yes.
Than just sitting there going, okay, the house is clean, the meals are cooked,
Right.
shopping's done, what am I supposed to do now?
Learning how to
Especially
occupy
before
yourself.
You have children. Once you have children, you can pour your life into them.
Yeah, babies add to your time. Oh, what's wrong?
I know. I'm going to wash my hands.
Mommy's right there. Oh. He's a very quiet crier.
I was on diaper changing
Sometimes.
duty, and my hands, I needed to wash them.
Oh, it's okay. You're gonna get away from me. You don't gotta.
So yes, I think it's important to know what to do with yourself. But I couldn't show you
Right, because you
how to
had
fill your
kids
time
to take care
because
of.
I was busy.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have free time of like, what should I be doing right now? Not that I never read a book or something, but I didn't have to find ways to fill the time.
I didn't realize it, but that doesn't mean you didn't tell me. I just probably wasn't paying attention to that part.
She was just ignoring all this good advice coming her way.
That's not what I said exactly. I was talking to her. Maybe the same answer applied to you. But yeah.
Wait, you think I don't listen to her?
No, that's not what I meant. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Delete. Moving on. So yeah, what you're going to be doing with your time. Like studies that you find a passion in. But you might have a very hard pregnancy the first 9 months and then you have a baby and you don't have to do those things. But like for me, I just had a lot of time that I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? I'm bored. And I need to find something profitable to do. So trying to figure that out instead of, like, it's good now to be like, oh, I don't have anything to do. I'm going to go play with the kids.
Yeah.
But if the kids weren't there, what would you do?
Yeah.
Because that can be hard.
That
8
makes
hours is a very long time. Or 10 hours if you have an hour drive back and forth from work.
Yeah.
For Wayland. So, yeah.
So find something to do.
Yes. Know how to be productive with your time when some of the things that you currently do to be productive are not going to be there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. What else? Maybe that was really lame. But there you go. Is there anything else we want to talk about? We answered all the questions that people asked, I think. Okay, you don't have to say what they are, but do you have any baby names that you like right now? I had names that I liked before I got married, and like in my last book, I named one of the boys Justice. I spelled it differently, but I had that name in there.
I have a couple ideas.
Boys and girls, or do you only have one gender?
Just one for now, I think, but I can't remember.
Well,
Maybe both.
hopefully you have that gender.
I don't know, it's just, I'm not like thinking of, oh, what would be a good baby name, but just things that I'm like, that'd be cute. I'm gonna keep that one. Not tell anybody else, otherwise they're gonna pick it first, and then I won't be able to
Yes, that's
use
the
it.
thing. Waylon's like, you can't tell people what names you like, because then they might steal them. Me and...
So you put them in your book so somebody else could take them?
Yeah. Me and two of my sister-in-laws liked a name, and we were like, well, we could all pick a nickname out of that. So then at like family gatherings, we'll call them all by their nicknames so we can keep them straight. And then when we're alone, we can call them by their full name.
I guess that could work.
But yeah.
Well, what are you up to right now?
Right now, I've got my seedlings in at the moment. So I've got tomatoes, peppers, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, cucumbers, squashes, onions.
She has food. Food you can grow in a garden.
I've got
That
lots
stuff
of
is
things started. My sister-in-law just went and watered them for me today since I'm not here. Sorry, since I am here. I'm not there. So she sent me pictures of them. And then I'm flipping furniture. So that's fun. I've got one dresser almost done, and I've got another one that I need to start.
And you have a bakery.
And I have the bakery. So that's going to be, that should pick up in like April, start going out to farmers markets.
That'll be fun.
As long as they fall on a good week that Justice is happy playing or in the ergo or something so that I can actually do some baking. So
Yeah.
each month will probably be different depending on what Justice is needing, or week. I think it's a monthly farmers market in Sweetwater. So what about you? You're doing that one thing.
The thing. Are we
The
supposed
big
to tell
thing.
them about the thing?
It's in the news.
Okay. Yeah, so
She's in the news. Not by name.
me.
Her work is in the news.
The people who think I'm mean put me in the news, but not me, the thing. I should not be talking right now. So I'm working on, my group and I submitted a bill to abolish abortion in Maine. And so
She did a really good job with it.
So we're trying to talk to legislators and churches and all kinds of people and trying to get them all on board. And
She's written to like everyone.
only a couple.
41 churches in the state of Maine. Which remember, if you ask
Yeah,
John,
a
that's
couple
like half
more
the
than that.
churches in the state.
Depending what you
That
count
part
for
was a joke.
churches.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's taking up a lot of my time right now.
And we have a
my
meeting
big
about
project.
it tomorrow that I get to go listen in. She's in charge, but I get to listen in.
I'm in charge. That can be disputed.
Well, I'm not in charge. Out of the two of us, you're in charge.
Yeah, that's about it. I practice guitar, do Bible study and stuff. That's about it.
Wash the dishes, play with the kids, all those sorts
Yeah,
of
there's a
things.
lot of like home stuff, but that's just kind of stuff. It's not like big stuff.
I'm just getting the camera.
Oh, okay. My son doesn't need me.
Well, I mean, that's my kid, right?
Maybe your son needs you, but that's not him.
I tried to feed him before I came in here, and he didn't want that. So
Mine's mad because he can't have something.
Is there anything else we should talk about?
I don't know. Think of anything.
She's helpful, isn't she?
What's your favorite food?
Lasagna.
Lasagna is your favorite food.
Maybe.
Okay.
Well, unless we're counting like ice cream as food.
That counts as food in my book. We ate it for lunch the other day.
You did?
It was a Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay. Valentine's Day gets away with anything.
And we had to go to town
choices.
to do some work. And so since we were already in town, we decided to go to the ice cream shop. And by the time we got home, it was like 2 o'clock or so. And I didn't make food. So we just had dinner. And it was the day before we were leaving. That was really fun. Did you have any clue that we were coming?
Nope.
When did you
No
figure
clue.
it out?
When you walked in?
Before you saw us? Or like when we walked in the door? Did you
No,
hear
like
us?
I thought I heard a voice, like a male voice, and I'm like, who is that? And then I'm like, it's Virginia and Naomi. Like I think when I saw them, I knew who it was. I'm just like, who would she have brought? Because I couldn't think they would have come from that far away. But yeah, they did.
It was fun. We pulled it off. I've been planning this for like weeks.
And didn't say a word. She's proud of herself.
Oh, you are growing those mints.
I have strawberry mint and orange mint growing. And they taste really good in teas.
I haven't tried it
Tasty.
yet, so I need to try that.
Just them in the fridge.
Okay. Yeah, she told me about that the other day. I just haven't drank it yet. Yeah. And learning natural medicine stuff, that would also be very helpful. If you did that, because I'm learning some of that stuff right now. We have the Be Your Own Doctor books. They were given to us as a wedding present. Louisa Morris actually sent them to us.
Yeah.
That was really nice. And those are really helpful. We like look through them like, hey, we have a problem. What's it say?
I guess that works.
So that's
Learn
nice.
as you go.
Yes, learn as you go.
But if you can learn before, that's also nice.
So she took my shirt. I know we don't really have to put this in the video, but I kind of like that shirt.
Except when I told her, oh yeah, I found this old shirt in the closet and I've been wearing it. She was like, what shirt? I don't even remember that shirt. And now she's like, I kind of want it back.
Except for it's not your greatest nursing shirt, so you can keep it.
Ha! Younger sister wins again.
Wait, what else did you win on?
We both won euchre last night.
We did. We were on the same team. We did that. I did beat you on the soccer heading on the Wii, though.
You beat me bad.
Yeah, I did. But didn't you beat me on the first round of euchre last? No, we were on the.
No, you were on
Oh,
Wayland's
because you
team.
were on Wayland's. You were
No,
on Wayland's
we
team.
both
and I
got
was the
beat bad.
advisor. That's right. We did get beat bad. The boys trounced us in the first one.
10-4.
Daddy was playing, and he's the one who taught the rest of us how to play. So he's obviously had more experience than us.
True.
And then the next time we beat the other ones, which is probably because we're the ones who taught them how to play.
Yeah. But we won!
We taught Waylon how to play rummy, and now he beats me. It's not quite as fun anymore.
That's a bad idea. Yeah, Simba tried to teach Mommy how to play chess, and she, beat him in the first game.
A chess is kind of fun, though.
You know, she's just really good with strategy games.
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah.
There's some people you just don't want to teach them because they'll win.
Yeah. What are you doing in the garden this year? Because I used to do the garden, but now she's in charge of the garden.
It's only
That was a
February.
whole
I don't even have to
different
think about that
dynamic.
yet.
But it's fun to dream.
I'm working. I need to start planning. Now that you showed me the seed catalog, I need to actually order
If
things.
you have an idea of what dress you're going to wear to your wedding, then you can be thinking about what you're being planting in the garden this year.
It's not fair that it's my mother's dress.
Because I'm sure the garden is coming closer than the wedding.
I would hope so.
Considering.
You're weird.
I mean, considering you don't have a guide, I hope the garden comes before the
This
wedding.
video really is anything and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm probably planting tomatoes and peas and cucumbers and some other stuff.
What
The
kind of
kids want to
tomatoes?
grow some things.
Like big tomatoes or cherry tomatoes? Or both?
Probably some of both. The kids like cherry tomatoes for snacking. I mean, I like them for snacking too. And the big ones go well in things.
But if you did the big tomatoes, you can make salsa.
And you can eat them like an apple.
I'd rather a handful of cherry tomatoes.
Fair enough.
So in what things are we alike and what things are we different? You can play music and I can't.
Yeah.
That's one. We both like the abolition stuff. Because I like had my season of it when I was at home, and then I kind of fell out of it, and now you're into your season.
We decided that she did her stuff, and then I get to build off of her work because she like got to know some people, so then I get to use her people to do what I want.
That sounds really bad.
To do what I want to do.
But now I've like moved into a new season, and this is her season.
It's my time to shine.
Okay.
Okay, we're different in that. I'm a bit more dramatic. I generally wear brighter colors.
I am getting more
Though we're
into
pretty
that.
similar
Do you see?
right now.
Look, I got pattern and color on my skirt. Okay, don't show the stains on my skirt.
Both wearing head.
This is an older skirt. Yes.
We have blue eyes.
Yeah, but those are like genetic.
You asked what similarities we have.
True.
Most of them are genetic.
True.
Okay, what other ways are we similar?
We both like music, but you actually understand it, and I don't.
You have that little keyboard that you can play on a little bit.
If you call that playing, sure. She can actually play piano.
Yeah, sure, we're about to save in that one. Piano is not my strength suit.
You can play it better than I can.
Picking out note by note.
Yeah, you can pick notes better than I can. You can actually read
Oh,
music.
okay.
I can't. If you give me music, I can look at it for a while and be like, okay, B, G, D, A, like that sort of thing. But I can't read music to play it well.
Okay.
I can occasionally do something, but I have to like work at it more.
That makes sense. Okay.
So music.
I'm taller.
Barely.
She's older.
Barely. I have more kids than you.
No fair. You got a head start. You are 4 years older. No, we're not twins, if anybody's wondering. People have asked before. And I'm not her mother either.
Wait, somebody asked if you're my mother?
What? I'll tell you later.
No, you're not my mother. You're my little sister.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'll ask you that question
Now she's
later.
really confused.
What else? We both like to dance.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're better at languages than I am. Like, I never picked up anything besides sign language.
Yeah, well, I haven't actually yet picked up anything but Spanish.
Yeah. We both like Bible memory.
Mm.
Have you been doing anything recently? I haven't really been memorizing anything lately.
Not really. I think I found, for me, it's better, rather than memorizing the exact words of a certain section, just getting more familiar with all the parts of the Bible so I can be like, oh, there's this thing in the prophets that applies to this situation, rather than I can quote you the exact words of this and I don't even know what the rest of it says, you know? I mean, I think you can do both, but I think for me it's better to do more studying of the whole Bible than memorization.
So I guess that's a bit of a
now.
similarity and difference there. Because we have a different strategy to it.
Yeah.
What else? We both like gardening.
It's hard to think of the similarities and differences with somebody that you've lived with most of your life.
We both like animals.
She's more into horses, I'm more into cows.
Well, I want a dairy cow, but they're not as cute.
I want a pet cow. It could be a dairy pet cow, but
They're
I
not
want
as
a pet cow.
pretty as horses, though. I mean, some cows might be
But
prettier
I want
than
to
some
hug
horses,
a cow.
but
Oh, I could get one of the Highland cows and it follows me around the house like a dog.
they have Highland cows in Tennessee that you get to go, like, they have a farm, and you get to go picnic at the farm with the cows.
And you haven't told me this till now?
Did I tell you that we have longhorn cattle down the road from us?
I think I've seen them.
There's, like, a whole bunch of longhorn cattle. But yeah, there's Highland cows that you can go have picnics with.
That's fun.
That'd be really cute.
So if you get a dairy cow, can I come pet it? And hug it? And cuddle with a cow?
If you milk it.
Okay. Deal.
You gotta pay me. Yeah, I told you I got a new blender. I'm hoping that once Shirley's back in milk, I can make butter in my blender easier.
Butter.
because my current blender didn't work for that. So now my new one will hopefully work for that. It's one of like metal bases with the glass canister, so I think it's gonna work a lot better.
But you can make like healthy protein milkshakes in your new blender.
Yes.
Because those are good. Like banana and peanut butter and cocoa and milk and stuff. It's really good.
That's dairy.
Oh, who cares? Coconut
Me.
milk. Do coconut milk or almond milk?
Yeah, almond milk isn't terrible, but
Then coconut milk.
it's not good to drink a glass of it. At least that unsweetened original stuff that I
How you
tried.
do
I don't
coconut
like.
milk.
Could. Doesn't that usually come in like a... I don't know. I think I've
Yes,
seen it in a
it's
can.
canned. Mommy makes a really good fudge with it though. You melt chocolate and put the coconut milk in it, and you like freeze it, and it's like really good.
Coconuts. Do you remember living in Florida?
Parts of things.
Because you were young. What do you remember of Florida?
No, I can't remember what I remember. Like I feel like I remember things like things from Mallory Square or like the library around town, things like that.
Do you remember the chapel at all, or more Cudjoe?
I think maybe more.
Because for me, I'd say it's more
More
other
Cudjoe.
things, but not the chapel as much. I remember some stuff about the chapel, but
It's hard because I was like really young. I was probably 3 or 4. So I just have like little bits and pieces, and it's hard to place where I was. Because we were in like a lot of states around that time. So it's like, were we in Texas or Florida or Georgia or where were we? Who knows? I don't know.
if you had coconuts, it was probably Florida.
Yeah.
Just a guess.
Yeah.
But there's also so many stories that we've been told that it's like we can tell the
It's
story.
like, was I there? I don't remember.
Even if we don't remember it.
Yeah.
We remember the story, not necessarily it happening. So
We tell a lot of stories in our family. So you can be like, oh, yeah, there's this thing that happened. Were you there? No, I wasn't there.
yeah. Okay, well we have successfully reached half an hour.
Wow. I'm proud
We
of
did.
us.
We talked. Hopefully something intelligent. But yeah, let us know if you have more questions. We could even do like a 2-part video. That'd be kind of fun. If like people ask questions down below, and then you make a video answering them, and then I'll make a video answering them, and we can put them together and post them.
Okay.
That'd be kind of fun. Or I could post mine on my channel, and you could post yours on the Hurting Little Cows, and we could like tag each other's videos.
I guess we'll see how we do it. But people
See
have
if
to
you
ask
have
questions
questions.
first.
Or
Because
no
there weren't
video.
enough questions this time. So
No questions, no video. This is in your hands now.
it's up to you.
You have the power. Okay, there we go.
We also have a strange sense of humor.
Slightly. Not as bad as some people I know. Okay. There you go, guys. Thank you for joining us for our little rambling sister session. And we will see you guys next time. This is on Hurting Little
Goodbye.
Cows, right?
Yes.
See you next time on Hurting Little Cows. To the glory of God.
Goodbye.